In this video, I will be continuing my offseason rebuild series, going in order of the real-life draft picks. Arizona Cardinals have pick number 4, so today we'll be doing them. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen one of these offseason rebuilds, it's basically a more in-depth look at one season, what the team will do in free agency, what they'll do in the draft, what I think they'll do and what they should be doing. It's basically a mixture of both. I will be using real-life draft classes also, so we're going to be having all the real players coming out of college. Arizona Cardinals did not make any changes at coaches, so they still have the same head coach, Jonathan Gannon. They still have the same offensive coordinator. They still have the same defensive coordinator. So they'll be going into their second season. They're running a West Coast zone run offensive scheme. We're setting at 82%. We're sticking with Arizona's playbooks on both offensive and defense. Defense playbook is a base 4-3 scheme, and we're setting at 72% on that. Madden has updated it to where it's at Super Bowl week, and I did force the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, so they did win it 24-21. As you can see, all the other teams are the teams that actually made it to the playoffs, and those are the actual scores of the actual games. We have 2 players that decided to retire. Kicker Matt Prater retires after 17 years, and right tackle Kelvin Beachum Jr. retires after 12 years. I've had a few people ask me what draft class I use when I'm doing these rebuilds, and it's literally the first one that comes up at the top. From Jack Move 916 is the guy's name that created it, and the file name is 2024 NFL Draft. It already has how many downloads is that? 501,000 downloads. That's a lot. The last time that he updated it was on February 11th. Time that I'm recording this video is February 12th, so he updates it pretty much on a daily basis. As you can see, it does have Caleb Williams, Drake May, Marvin Harrison Jr., Joe Alt, Malik Neighbors, all these guys, Brock Bowers, Dallas Turner, Cooper DeJean, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix. So that's all the actual players that are coming out in the draft this year in real life. We have $86 million available in cap space. Marquise Hollywood Brown is up for a contract, 81 overall, star dev, 27 years old, scheme fit. I'm gonna go ahead and offer him a deal. He doesn't have a ton of interest, so he'll probably turn it down. Hey, he's gonna go to free agency. Savin Collins, we got a 5th-year option on him. Definitely gonna pick that up. Chris Barnes, I'm gonna go ahead and offer him a deal and try to bring him back. It's pretty cheap. He actually has a decent amount of interest. He's coming back. I think that's pretty much gonna be it. There's a ton of guys over here, but they're all not good at all. And they're all getting up there in age and starting to regress, or they're just low overall. The only one player I do want to bring back is going to be the punter Blake Gillikin, 26 years old, 76 overall, normal dev. I'm going to offer him this 1-year deal, and he's coming back. This is what the team is looking like before free agency and the draft. We have Kyler Murray coming back after missing like half the season with the injury, so he should be at full health. He's a 77 overall star dev. James Conner at running back, 79 with normal dev. He actually had a pretty good season. I think he had like 1,000 yards, about 5 yards per carry. Let's look at it real quick. Yeah, he had 208 carries, 1,000 yards, 5 yards per carry with 7 touchdowns. He actually had a pretty productive season on a team that wasn't that good at all. We ended up losing Marquise Brown at wide receiver, so for the time being, we got Rondell Moore and we got Wilson. We're actually 2 solid receivers. We just need to get a true number 1. Trey McBride at tight end looks like the real deal, 80 overall star dev. He had a great season. We got Johnson at right tackle, 76 with star dev. Let's see, we need to do something about a guard and potentially a center if possible, but the offensive line overall is not terrible. Defensively, this is where the big problems are. Pretty much need a whole new defensive line besides Ojolari, who is a rookie, 72 overall star dev going into his 2nd season now. Cornerbacks, not looking good at all. We got some 71 overalls. We got Thompson at free safety, 82 star dev. Buda Baker at strong safety, the best player on the team, 90 overall star dev. We ended up bringing Chris Barnes back. Savin Collins, we could use another outside linebacker, but nope, never mind, we don't, because we got Kazir White. He's going to be starting for us at middle linebacker. He actually led the team in tackles this year, so he'll be our starter at middle linebacker. We'll move Barnes to outside linebacker, so our linebackers are set. We just need a new defensive line and 3 cornerbacks. The number 1 need on the team right off the bat is cornerback, in my opinion. So I'm going to try to get Chidobe Awuzie. He's 84 overall star dev, 29 years old. He already has offer from 2 other teams. So I'm going to offer him this 1-year deal, but I'm going to pay him just a little bit more and see if that puts us as a top offer. And yeah, we're at the top by a good amount. I'm also going to go after Steven Nelson. He actually has a decent amount of interest. He's a scheme fit. 81 overall star dev, 31 years old. He has one offer already. So once again, I'm gonna pay him just a little bit more. And that should put us at the top. And it does. Next, I'm gonna go after defensive tackle Daquan Jones. He actually has a good amount of interest. 77 overall, normal dev, 32 years old. He has no offers from anybody, so I'm gonna offer him this 1-year deal. Also gonna go after defensive end Bryce Huff. We do need another pass rushing defensive end. He is 79 overall, star dev, scheme fit, 26 years old. He actually has a lot of interest to come to the team because it says it's a big market and his current or projected depth is top of the depth chart for him. So he has a lot of interest. He has 2 offers from other teams. I'm gonna go ahead and offer him just a little bit more and see if that puts us at the top. Ties us with the Bears, so I'm happy with that. We got one more active negotiation spot available. We have 4 out of 5 right now. The last spot, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get right guard John Runyon. He actually has a decent amount of interest, 75 overall, normal dev, 27 years old. He has no offers from any other team, so I'm gonna offer him this 2-year deal. Chidobe Awuzie decided to sign with us, so we got an 84 overall star dev cornerback. He's gonna be our #1 guy. Also Daquan Jones, defensive tackle, and John Runyon, the right guard, decided to sign with us. Steven Nelson is still available, and then it looks like Bryce Huff decided to sign with someone else, so we're gonna have to try to do something about the other pass rusher, and we might have to bump up the offer for Steven Nelson here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that just a little bit. Can't remember how much the offer was before, but let's just give him 10 mil. I'm gonna go after defensive end Leonard Williams. He's actually 6'5", 302 pounds, so I would be trying to move him to defensive tackle. He's 81 overall star dev, 30 years old. He has a good amount of interest. He already has 3 offers from other teams, so we're gonna have to overpay him a little bit, but that's okay. We actually still have a good amount of cap room here. See where this offer is putting us. Hopefully that puts us at the top on him. And it puts us tied with the Texans at the top. We need to try to get another pass rusher since we couldn't get Bryce Huff, and I'm going to try to get Leonard Floyd, defensive end, 77 overall, normal dev, scheme fit, 31 years old. He has a ton of interest. No other teams are giving him an offer right now, so we have no competition for him at the moment. We do need a new kicker since Matt Prater decided to retire, so I'm going to go after Kai Fairbairn. He's an 80 overall star dev, 30 years old. No other team sent him an offer right now, so I'm going to go with the 1-year deal. Connor Williams is still available at center, and we could use an upgrade at center. He is 82 overall, scheme fit, normal dev, 27 years old. He actually has a good amount of interest, and he has no offers on the table right now, so don't mind if I do. It looks like everyone decided to sign with us, so we got Chidobe Awuzie, we got Connor Williams, Steven Nelson, Leonard Williams, Kai Fairbairn, Leonard Floyd at defensive end, Daquan Jones, and then John Runyon. I'm gonna go double check and make sure if we need anyone else or not. We got 9 million left in cap room, so I'm almost out of cash anyways. Here in the draft with the #1 overall pick, the Bears got it, so I'm gonna go ahead and simulate each pick one by one and see what these teams do. Bears took Marvin Harrison Jr. Commanders took Joe Alt. Patriots took Olu Fashanu, left tackle. Now we're up and all the quarterbacks are still available. This is crazy. We have the 4th pick here in the 1st round. All these quarterbacks are available. We got Kyler Murray on the team, so I'm going to go ahead and trade this pick, trade down. There should be some teams trying to trade up to get this quarterbacks. We're going to see what type of offers we got here and try to take the one that gives us the most in return. We got the Vikings with the 1st and the 5th. The Buccaneers, 2 firsts, a 3rd, 7th, and a 6th. The Raiders, a 1st, 3rd, and a 6th. Panthers wanted to trade us picks from like 2 years in advance. Jacksonville, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 6th, 7th. The 49ers trying to trade us 2 first rounders, a 2nd, a 3rd, and 2 5ths. Falcons, 1st, 2nd, 4th, 7th, and then the Colts, a 1st, a 2nd, a 5th, a 6th, and a 6th. So that would give us the 15th pick here in the 1st round. And then we would pick up a 2nd, a 5th, and 2 6ths. 15th, and then we got the Jaguars with the 17th. And we still want to have a pick this draft in the 1st round. The Vikings will give us the 11th pick and a 5th rounder, so we're basically just picking up a 5th to go down a few spots. I don't know, I think that the Jaguars is probably going to be the best one. We're going to go down to the 17th where we're going to pick up a lot of other picks, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's see what the Jaguars decide to do with the pick. They drafted Malik Neighbor as wide receiver. Is anybody going to draft any of these quarterbacks? Chargers drafted a defensive tackle. Giants drafted Dallas Turner, an outside linebacker. Titans drafted a tight end, Brock Bowers. The Falcons draft Caleb Williams with the number 8 pick. Man, they got him a steal right there. So we got the Bears here with another pick. They drafted outside linebacker Jared Verse. Next pick with the Jets, they drafted a right guard. Vikings drafted Latu. Denver Broncos draft Drake May, quarterback from North Carolina. Nate Wiggins goes to the Raiders, cornerback. We got pick 17, so we're coming up. The Saints took outside linebacker Chris Broswell from Alabama. The Colts took cornerback Kool-Aid McKinstry from Alabama. And then the Seahawks have a pick, and then it's our turn. Seahawks took defensive end Braylon Trice, and it's officially our pick now. We really need another cornerback, so I'm going to draft Terrion Arnold from Alabama. He's 6 foot, 196 pounds, man-to-man, scheme fit, 21 years old. He has great acceleration, solid agility, solid change of direction, great jumping, good speed with solid strength. We know for sure that he has B zone, A tackle, A press. His man coverage is between A to a C, so obviously I'm hoping it's more closer to an A. And he has hidden depth with 92 speed. We have another first round pick here, number 27. I'm going to draft this defensive end Leonard Taylor III from Miami. He's 6'3", 305 pounds. He's a run stopper, so I'll definitely be moving him to defensive tackle. He's 22 years old. He has good acceleration, great change of direction, good jumping with great strength. I know for sure that he has A play rec, A power moves, B stamina, A tackle. And he has hidden depth with 88 strength, 76 speed. Second round, I'm going to draft this wide receiver Xavier Legette from South Carolina. Dude is huge. He's 6'3", 227 pounds, but he's still a deep threat on top of that. 23 years old. He has elite acceleration, good agility, good change of direction, great jumping with elite speed and great strength. Dude is fast for how big he is. He has A catching traffic, C catching, A deep route. He's got hidden depth with 96 speed for a dude that is that big. That's crazy. Third round, I'm going to draft this running back Trey Benson from Florida State. He's an elusive back, 6'1", 221 pounds, scheme fit, 22 years old. He has elite acceleration, solid agility, great change of direction, elite jumping with great speed and good strength. He has A ball carrier vision, C catching traffic, A spin move with B trucking. He's got hidden depth with 93 speed and 95 acceleration. We have another third round pick here, and we even have another third round pick after this one. I'm going to draft this right guard Zach Zenter from Michigan. He's 6'6", 322 pounds, agile, scheme fit, 23 years old. He has good acceleration, great agility, elite change of direction, good jumping, good speed with solid strength. He has A impact block with A lead block. And he has hidden depth as well, 86 strength. Last third round pick we have, I'm going to draft this outside linebacker Maris Liufau. I'm not sure how to say his name, from Notre Dame. 6'2", 235 pounds. He's a run stopping scheme fit. 22 years old. Dude is fast. He has great acceleration, elite change of direction, elite jumping, elite speed. He has A hit power, B pursuit with B tackle. He has no depth with 88 speed. I simulated the rest of the draft picks because the Cardinals had like 87 more of them. As you can see, they have multiple picks in every round. First pick that we had in the first round was Terrion Arnold, cornerback. He's actually a 74 overall. It's not a bad overall, and he has hidden depth, 21 years old, 92 speed with 79 man coverage and 75 zone coverage. With our other first round pick, I drafted defensive end Leonard Taylor. He's a 74 overall. And he's 305 pounds, so he'll be moving to a defensive tackle. He has hidden depth as well. 79 power moves, 72 finesse moves with 76 speed, 82 acceleration with 82 tackle and 88 strength. I went ahead and moved him to defensive tackle, and he jumped up to a 76. Second round pick, we drafted wide receiver Xavier Legette from South Carolina, and he is a 76 overall. Looks like we had a pretty good draft overall here, at least in the top rounds. 23 years old, he has hidden depth with 96 speed, 96 acceleration, 78 catching, 84 catching traffic. Third round, we drafted running back Trey Benson from Florida State. He's actually a 76 overall as well. 22 years old, he has hidden dev, 82 break tackle, 93 speed, 95 acceleration with 87 agility, 60 catching. With the second, third round pick, we drafted a center, Zach Zenter from Michigan. He's actually a 72 overall. He had hidden dev as well, 6'6", 322 pounds. He has 86 strength with 82 pass block, 77 run block. The last guy I drafted myself was Maurice, the outside linebacker from Notre Dame. He's a 69 overall. Computer drafted the rest of these guys. Doesn't look like there's anybody that's like really standing out to me. Here at the start of the preseason, and this is going to be our starting lineup. We got Kyler Murray at quarterback, 77 overall, star dev. James Conner at running back, 79 overall with normal dev. I was debating on making Benson the starter, but typically rookie running backs in Madden simulation do terrible. I don't know why, they just have him nerfed for some reason, but he's a 76 overall with hidden dev. Rondale Moore is going to be our number 1 receiver, 79 overall with normal dev. Legette's going to be our number 2 receiver, and I'm going to be starting him in the slot as well, 76 overall with hidden dev. And then Wilson's going to be our 3rd receiver, 75 with normal dev. Humphreys at left tackle, 79 overall star dev. Will Hernandez at left guard, 79 with normal dev. We do have Connor Williams at center, 82 overall with normal dev, but he's injured for the first 6 weeks. For now, we got Froholt, 73 overall with normal dev. At right guard, we brought in John Runyon from free agency, 75 overall with normal dev. Johnson Jr. at right tackle, 76 with star. Trey McBride at tight end, 80 with star. Defensively, we got pretty much an entirely new defensive line besides BJ Ojolari at defensive end. I'm going to go ahead and start him. He's 72 overall, star dev. Leonard Williams, he signed in free agency, 83 overall, star dev at defensive tackle. We drafted Taylor, he's a 76 overall with hidden dev as our 2nd defensive tackle. We signed Leonard Floyd at defensive end, 77 overall with normal dev. Brought in Chidobe Awuzie to be our number 1 cornerback, 84 overall with star dev. We also signed Steven Nelson in free agency, 81 overall star dev to be our 2nd corner. And then a rookie we drafted in the 1st round, 74 overall hidden dev, is going to be our 3rd cornerback. We got Thompson at free safety, 82 with star. Buda Baker, the best player on the team, 90 overall star dev to be our strong safety. I'll move Chris Barnes to outside linebacker. He was a middle linebacker. He's 75 with star. We got Kazir White coming off an injury at middle linebacker, 77 hidden, or not hidden, with normal dev. Xavier Collins, the other outside linebacker, 76 with star dev. For the season goal, I'm going to go with 4 wins. I don't expect us to get a lot of wins at all. At the midseason point, we're actually 3-4, better than I thought we would be, but we're still last in the division. The Seahawks, 49ers, and Rams are all 4-3, and we actually do have a weekly award winner here, so let's check that out. And it's going to be Kazir White, middle linebacker with 11 tackles and 2 interceptions in 1 game. Nice. Looking at the season stats for the midseason point, and Kyler Murray's having a terrible season, 1,100 yards, 2 touchdowns with 6 interceptions, 59% completion with the 68 rating. This is just terrible. James Conner, 373 yards, 4.1 per carry with 5 touchdowns. Trey Benson, the rookie, has 191 yards, 3.7 per carry with 5 touchdowns. Receiving wise, Rondale Moore, 282 yards with 0 touchdowns, leading the team. Defensively, Kazir White with 52 tackles, leading the team. Leonard Williams has 4 sacks, and then Kazir White and Chidobe Awuzie both have 3 interceptions. End of the regular season, we finished 6-11, last in our division. The Seahawks and 49ers both went 10-7. The Rams went 8-9. I actually simulated every single week, 1 at a time, but we never had any breakout opportunities, so it wasn't able to show anything like that. We're the 30th ranked offense. Kyler Murray had a terrible season. He was 32nd in passing touchdowns, but our defense was actually ranked number 10. Wasn't expecting that. Kyler Murray, 2,900 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, 17 interceptions, 58% completion with a 71 rating. Probably the worst year of his career. James Conner, 207 carries for 777 yards, 3.8 per carry with 8 touchdowns. And Trey Benson, the rookie, actually had 130 carries, 612 yards, 4.7 per carry with 12 touchdowns. Maybe I should have made him the starter right out the jump. Kyler Murray, another 470 yards rushing, 4.2 per carry with 1 touchdown. Rondale Moore had the most catches with 56. He also had 694 yards, 3 touchdowns. Michael Wilson had 650 yards with 5 touchdowns. The rookie receiver Xavier Legette had 635 yards with 2 touchdowns. Trey McBride, 500 yards, 2 touchdowns from the tight end spot. Defensively, Kazir White led the team in tackles with 125. Tackles for loss, Leonard Williams had the most with 16. Leonard Floyd had 13, and BJ Ojolari had 11. Sacks, Leonard Floyd had the most with 5.5. Leonard Williams had 5. Leonard Taylor, dang, we got 3 Leonards up here. Defensive tackle, Leonard Taylor, the rookie, had 4.5 sacks. BJ Ojolari had 3.5. Interceptions, Chidobe Awuzie had 5. Kazir White and Jalen Thompson both had 3. Steven Nelson had 2, and then Leonard Floyd and Budda Baker both had 1. The Cowboys beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 37-31. Dak Prescott won Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the regular season with the Chiefs. Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year with the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb won Offensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Bo Nix won Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Vikings. I'm going to have to check out his stats. And then Laiatu Latu won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Vikings. Seems like no matter who drafts him, he just always wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Bo Nix actually had a hell of a season with the Vikings. 4,300 yards passing, 37 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 72% completion with a 111 rating. Way better than Kyler Murray for sure. Justin Jefferson, he's throwing to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, so Justin Jefferson had 125 catches. That's a crap load. This is what the final team is looking like. Kyler Murray still a 77 with star dev. It's looking like we probably should have drafted a quarterback and moved on from him, but he still owed a crap load of money on his contract. I don't know if the Cardinals are going to try to keep him around and move on from him in real life. Trey Benson actually had a pretty good rookie season. We probably should have made him the starter right away. He's already up to 80 overall with star dev. James Conner starting to regress pretty heavily, starting to get older. Rondell Moore's at 80 with normal dev. Wilson's a 76 with normal dev. Legette's a 79 with star dev. McBride's at 80 with star. Johnson's at 77 with star. Will Hernandez 81 with normal. Connor Williams is up to 84 with normal. And then let's see what's going on here. Why is Gaines starting at left guard? Oh, because Hernandez is supposed to be over there and Runyon is supposed to be here. But even Zinter, the guy we drafted, he's already a 75 with star. Humphreys at left tackle is a 79 with star. Defensively, Taylor is an 80 with star dev. That's a guy that we drafted. Ojolari is a 72 with star. Leonard Williams 82 with normal. Leonard Floyd is 74 with normal. All 3 of these dudes are named Leonard, so we have 3 Leonards on the defensive line. Probably should have got a 4th Leonard. Cornerback, Chidobe Awuzie 86 with star. Arnold has star dev, the rookie we drafted in the first round. He's a 78 overall. Nelson's an 80 with star. Budda Baker's a 90 with star dev at strong safety. Barnes lost his star dev. He's down to normal dev, 75 overall. Kazir White led the team in tackles, but he still has normal dev, 78 overall. Zaven Collins is 76 with star, and then Thompson actually went up to superstar dev, 83 overall. All in all, we learned that the Arizona Cardinals offensive playbook and Madden simulation is terrible. Kyler Murray is terrible in Madden simulation, but one thing that we did learn is that the Arizona Cardinals defense was actually top 10 in Madden simulation. That was pretty interesting to find out. That's going to be it for the video. If you like what y'all saw, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, say something down in the comments. Do you think that the Cardinals are going to move on from Kyler Murray and draft a new quarterback this year, or are they going to keep him around and try to give him some more chances? Appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.